Hi everyone, RW here, and welcome to Off Topic, the program that talks about anything and everything except personal relationships. Well, I'd like to welcome back all the viewers who have seen previous episodes, and if you're new to Off Topic, I'd like to welcome you as a new viewer. And before we get into the program today, I'd like to tell you all that this particular episode of Off Topic is extremely important, and it's actually, we're quite proud of it. And we're proud of the fact that this is episode number 10. So we've created 10 episodes of Off Topic. We started this program at the beginning of January 2017. And the program has evolved from a running time of about 7 minutes with some technical problems that prevented us from starting this series the way we wanted to what we've reached today, which is a program that now is running in excess of 30 minutes. We've corrected all our technical issues with respect to production, so I'm really personally happy about that. Even though from time to time we have the odd minor glitch, our program from a quality production standpoint is consistent now and is very good, and so we take pride in that. And we've also noticed that our program is getting more views on YouTube. So you all have to start somewhere when you take on a new project, and it's at, as they say, square one. So we keep moving forward. We're committed to making a good program that's entertaining and insightful and informative. And we're going to continue moving down that road. But today is episode number 10, and so I'd like to thank everybody who's been watching our program, and we promise you that we will continue to move forward with a better program with respect to production and content and delivery, and we hope that you'll subscribe to us. We hope that you'll tell your friends about us, and we'll build viewership moving forward. So I'd like to thank you all if you've been watching and supporting us, and we hope that will continue in the future. So we're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be right back. And coming up, your daily reasons to celebrate. And up next, more making video insight. Welcome back, everyone. Well, I've been talking about making videos over the last number of episodes, and to give those of you who haven't or don't make videos, and those who are contemplating going and starting to make videos, some insight based on my experiences with respect to video production. So we touched upon previously about running times, and we talked about lighting, and we talked about equipment. And today I want to talk about something that again is important in video production, and that is software. But specifically I want to address editing. Now, Off Topic is a program that you watch And even though it's a solid piece of video, it's actually composed of a bunch of segments. And those segments, a lot of people would think would be created using the same equipment and or the same software. And in reality, to put this program together, we're using a minimum of 3 different types of computer software programs to create segments that get put together to create a finished video. So even though you see this wonderful piece of video production, it's really a bunch of pieces. And software has wonderful things you can do with it from a video standpoint. So, for example, the cube that comes together in our intro is produced with a piece of software called Videos. And so we get this really nice intro type of piece for our program. Well, we also, if you've watched the program or you watched all of this program, you'll see some other video segments that were created with a piece of software called Explaindio, which has different capabilities. And then you're going to need an editor, and I want to kind of concentrate my comments today and my advice today on video making with respect to editor software. And regardless of how good these individual software making packages are, you're going to have to actually go and spend some money to buy an editor package. And software editing packages allow you to do a whole array of different things. But the easiest way for me to explain this is that video, in every real sense, is made up of a bunch of pieces. So you have pieces of video, you have pieces of audio, you have pieces of graphics, you have pieces of other components that you assemble, and you can put them together in any order or any fashion you want. And an editing program allows you to go and put the finishing touches. In other words, put everything together and get that one finished piece of video. And it's important that you understand and recognize the value of editing, because editing can definitely enhance video production. It allows you to go and remove things in your video that potentially would cause issues, such as poor sound, poor audio, poor color, graininess. You can add lots of different special effects. You can make things very entertaining, very colorful. Basically, the sky's the limit with the abilities of the software for you to go and create something that's very unique. With editors, you can range from getting them free online to paying for very elaborate software that will cost you significant amounts of money. But there's a lot of affordable video editors out there. And with respect to OFFtopic and all the video production that we use, it will be great under the Successful Finding Love.co banner. We put together with a program called Video Studio, which is produced by Corel, and a software that's very easy to learn, very functional, allows you to do a lot of very creative things at an affordable price. Because when you start deciding you're going to make video, you're going to find out very quickly that, oh yes, I would like to go and do this particular thing. Example, animation. Well, you're going to have to buy a software package for that. Oh, I would like to go and do some animation that is as good or what you would see in a video game. That requires you to acquire another piece of software. You want to go and add some really good music. Well, you can go and buy some music from a licensing source like we do. You want to go and produce some green screen production. Again, software is going to be required. So you kind of get the picture, as you would say. You start out wanting to do a very simple video, and you find out as you get into video making that you want to do more and more creative things. Well, it's going to require you to acquire more software. And although software is wonderful, every software has its limitations in what it's capable of doing. And even among the same software, among different versions, in some cases, a previous version will do something that the current version won't do. And I find myself personally, with some of our software, I keep using versions, not only the current one, but the previous version and then the version before that. So that's something I never really thought would happen. I thought I would just constantly go up to the next software upgrade, and I would maintain all my previous features or abilities of that software. And in some cases you lose them, so you kind of have to keep all this software. So I'll just pass that along. Good editing will be transformal. In other words, you'll be able to go and move from one segment to the next if you're running or you're creating long pieces of video. And if you make unfortunate gaffes, your live talent does, there are ways of going and transitioning that to go and take it out of the finished video you're creating. You can also go and put in all types of very creative, artistic transitions. And then there's something to be said about keeping things very simple and clean, which is another way of going. So when you use a software editor, it gives you the ability from a creative standpoint to do things. It also allows you the ability to go and fix imperfections or to eliminate all of those segments that you don't want in your finished video. So at that point, we're going to go and take another break, and we're going to be right back after this. And coming up, another Japanese Kit Kat review.
Hello, and welcome to our website. Successful in Finding Love.co is a website dedicated to providing information, insight, and inspiration in the area of personal relationships. Here, you will find written content and an expanding library of videos. We also have a number of social media properties, which include our YouTube channel. You can find exclusive video releases on our Facebook page. And we are also on Google+. We also produce the video series OFFtopic, the program that talks about anything and everything, except personal relationships. New episodes are released every 2 weeks. To keep you updated, we would love to have you sign up and subscribe to our website. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. Again, thank you for visiting, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, another episode and another Japanese Kit Kat review. Sounds good to me. And in celebration of our 10th episode, I decided today to go and review a Japanese Kit Kat flavor that comes from their Chocolatory. Now, the Chocolatory is a retail store that Nestle's Japan established for the sale of Kit Kat flavors in Japan, and it's kind of an upper scale retail store, so there are flavors that you can get nowhere else but at their Chocolatory stores. So that's, if you ever get a chance to go and visit Japan, you may want to go and see if you're within driving distance of checking out one of these stores. And from the photos I've seen online on the Kit Kat website in Japan, it would be an interesting place to spend some time if you're really into chocolate, and specifically Kit Kat. But today, I want to review a limited edition that is available at the Chocolatory that they've made available to the average consumer. And this particular Kit Kat is their cranberry almond Kit Kat. Now, the packaging obviously is coming in your bag versus some of the very nice gift boxes. But this again was limited edition, but previously and only available at the Chocolatory stores. And what's different about this particular product? And the first thing I noticed when I opened up the bag is that the pieces are smaller. And we've kind of talked about in previous episodes about Kit Kat bars. Now in North America, your standard Kit Kat bar is 4 fingers and goes at about 45 grams in weight. And the flavored Kit Kats that we get in North America are normally 2 fingers and are around 20 grams. Now, in Japan and in other places throughout the globe, they have snack size, and those snack size are half of a 2-fingered bar in weight. So basically, we've established that for snack size Kit Kats is equal to a regular 4-fingered Kit Kat bar in North America. And in this particular case, the pieces of the cranberry almond are exactly half of a snack bar. So when I looked at that, I was taken back. I kind of joked to a friend of mine that, I didn't think you could make the pieces any smaller, and I was proved wrong. Now, with that being said, there's a couple of things that counterbalance that reduction. To start with is that it's the quality of the ingredients that go into making this particular flavor of Kit Kat. And what I want to do is just talk about that. So we have a chocolate outer coating, as always, and this is darker chocolate. So it's not milk chocolate, it's darker chocolate. And you get the same type of crunch and crispness that you get with a regular Kit Kat bar or a snack bar. But what's fundamentally different about this Kit Kat is on the very top of the finger are pieces of cranberry and almond. So this is fundamentally different than what we've seen in the way of Kit Kats of their major brands or their major flavors in any country. So your original milk chocolate Kit Kat versus the Japanese apple versus white chocolate or orange, fundamentally different. And so the texture, when you bite into it, you get the tartness of the cranberry, and you get the taste of the almond and the crunch of the almond. And almonds, when you eat them, you're either going to get the almond flavor or you're going to detect some cherry. So you have this dark chocolate with pieces of cranberry and pieces of almond on the very top that are visible. And all of that put together is a very different experience when eating this Kit Kat. Luxurious, absolutely. The combination of the cranberry and the almond, well suited to match each other. So, yes, am I disappointed that the piece of candy is smaller? Yes, I am. Is the piece of candy I'm getting more luxurious and of higher quality because of the ingredients? The pieces of cranberry on the top, pieces of almond, yes. So when you balance it all out, it's an affordable luxury. And I was very happy. I actually was able to get this particular limited edition Japanese flavored Kit Kat. And I've enjoyed the product, and if you get the opportunity, like all the Japanese Kit Kat flavors I've reviewed so far, if you get the opportunity, definitely take it because you're not going to be disappointed. You'll have a new experience. You'll have some enjoyment. You'll be able to go and talk to your friends about, hey, I've had this cranberry almond Kit Kat. When you don't have something that's available easily and it's a little more difficult to obtain, it's a nicer starting point for a conversation. So, with that said, we'll be right back after you watch this. And up next, the big challenge update. Welcome back, everybody. Before we wrap up this episode of Off Topic, I want to go and give you the latest update to the Big Challenge. Now, if you haven't watched Off Topic before, the Big Challenge is something that we created to help us build viewership and subscribership for Successful in Finding Love.co and for Off Topic. And we decided to do things a little differently. We wanted to go and throw a challenge to two groups. And we chose Japan and the United Kingdom. And we set a friendly competition between the two of them. And the winner, obviously, would be the country that gave us the greatest increase in viewership and or subscribership. for Off Topic and for our Successful in Finding Love.co website and our channel. Gotta remember the channel. And at the beginning of the year, it was the starting point, and the score was 0-0. And with every episode of Off Topic that came after that, we basically have Mexican standoff. And I'm not happy to say that that Mexican standoff still exists today. The score is still 0-0. And we were hoping by this point that somebody in the UK or somebody in Japan would have gone and taken that simple step of subscribing and putting their country in the lead for this competition. Well, that hasn't materialized, and we're sort of see that. But we're hopeful that over the next remaining time for the 2017 that will change. And we've also got kind of an inducement that we're working on that I will tell you about our next episode. And so there is a reward for subscribing, and we're hoping that that will gently go and get this competition really moving. So stay tuned for that on our next episode. And at this point, I think we're going to wrap up this episode of Off Topic. So I want to thank you for watching. We appreciate the viewers rather, who are watching our program and telling their friends about us. Yes, we definitely want you to subscribe, and you can go and do that at our website and at our YouTube channel. And more importantly, we want you to keep watching this space. So with that being said, I want you to have a wonderful mid-May, and we will definitely see you in 2 weeks' time. And keep celebrating on a daily basis, because there is always a reason to celebrate. And we look forward to seeing you next time around. So take care, and bye for now.